Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jeff. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll bring it out to the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Washington's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance, and this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better, and they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jason, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Scanning the field, it's Wall. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Give to the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Hauls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Lost to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
They booted away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate.
Lots of running room. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown,
defense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Wall. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Iron! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Shaw. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Off-play action on first down. With the catch, it's Shaw. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Nice move there. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. They'll leave it with him. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking to fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds a spot in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up 14 over Georgia Tech.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle.
It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Wall. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Ramsey. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Just going to keep it after the snap.
You know, we talked about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Going with the ground game left. Sweet cut there. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The official says no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Washington, 0. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. Forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the left. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be dragged down. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Quarterback keeper. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Makes the catch. It's Osborne. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looking downfield, it's Wall. Fires one high and deep. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's out of bounds right at the 15.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Irish!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with 0 hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Off the play fake on first down. Connection to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Makes the grab on the left. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Off the play fake. Got his man. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 18 over Georgia Tech. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're working that left side. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. A first down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Wall. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Pocket breaking down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
PAT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll try the left side. On the move is the 30. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Running to Green. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
First down for the offense.
To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Dropping back, it's Wall. Zings it complete to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Tough sledding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. So the offense will go for it around midfield. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Off action. Looking left. Wide open downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Looking for a crease. It's concrete. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Wall. Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Wants to throw again. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Bring in the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his 2nd sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
Formation to kick it away.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Hand off from the shotgun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Trying play action. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
The Irish send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Back to pass, it's Wall. Complete to the left. Bust through behind his pad. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And that's a first down for the offense.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Moncrief. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Osborne. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. That is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Wall. Makes the catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A little screen to the running back. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Washington sends out the punt team. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face ball game.